Gentle Storm, Chapter 4, The Last One. The girl says, "How exactly are you going to get started?" David, I take the tea, and Michael walk up. Jacob says, "I'm forming a plan right now, but I'm not done yet." The girl says, "Be careful." Jacob says, "I will. Don't worry." David. David says, "Yeah?" Jacob says, "How come you weren't shocked when you transformed? And how come you figured out your powers so fast?" David says, "Because I already knew about my pony form. I came from an elite group of special humans who were born with the ability to harness and control the power within them. I'm the last one left." Jacob walks up to him and says, "I want to know more." He puts his hand on David's head and says, "Let's revisit the past, my friend." David says, "Okay." Jacob's hand glows and David's entire body starts glowing. The forest turns into the sewer. Jacob says, "The sewer?" David says, "We had to train in secret. Follow me." They walk through the sewer and come upon a room with 8 students and an old man standing in front of them. The old man says, "You have done well, my students. It's time I told you the name of what we are. We are not sorcerers. We are not witches or any of those ridiculous things. We are known as Vesters. Our name means one who can go beyond, because we go beyond the normal human limitations. But always remember one thing. Your powers and yourself are not evil. You are good and truly unique. I want all of you to promise me one thing, that you'll always use your powers for good, to always protect those who need you, to always stand and fight for not only yourself, but others as well. Promise me now." They all stand up and say, "We promise, sir." The old man smiles and says, "Good. Now for today's lesson. You should know that we are not the only humans who have special abilities." Everyone's eyes go wide. The old man says, "There's only one other special kind of humans besides us." An image made of magic comes up. Jacob's eyes go wide. The old man says, "These humans have wings, magic, speed, amazing strength, power, a lust for battle, and much more. They are known as," Jacob says, "Luncars." The old man says, "They have been Vesper's enemies for years, because they believe that they are better and more powerful than us. They treat us like dirt, and even tried to wipe us out more than once, but we are strong, and we will not fall. But there's one Lunkar that hasn't even discovered what he is yet. He thinks he's only human. This Lunkar's name is Jacob Chastain." Jacob says, "No, no, they knew about me." The old man says, "But this Lunkar is different from the rest of his kind, for he has pony DNA within him. He is stronger and far more dangerous than his normal kind." A guy stands up and says, "Should we kill him while he doesn't know what he is?" The old man says, "No! We are a proud and good kind. We do not do such childish and evil things. His dormant human state seems non-violent, so there is no reason to worry. But if we attack him, then he will awaken and we will all die. I want to contact him at some point. Make him an ally." The same guy says, "But he's the enemy." The old man shakes his head and says, "No. He is a kind and nice soul, and he is the path to peace between Vesters and Lunkars. A dream that I've had, and my teacher before me have had for a very long time." The guy says, "This is insane. We can't befriend the enemy." Jacob's eyes flash red. The guy says, uh, uh. He falls to his knees and then completely over dead. The old man thinks, "That power, it's Lunkar power. I'll let it pass for the students' well-being." Dave says, "I'm sorry that I didn't tell you. I just didn't know how to." Jacob's eyes are wide and he says, "They knew about me." The rain transforms into a city at night. Dave says, "Look, there I am." David walks through the city with a pan rotating in his hand. Dave says, How do I do this? How do I have these powers? What am I? A voice says, a very special and powerful human. David turns around and sees a man standing behind him. The man smiles and says, hello, young man. David says, hello. The man takes a pencil and says, I am like you. You are not alone. Come with me, and I will teach you how to use and control your powers. David says, really? Awesome. Let's go. The man smiles and says, you are excited. Good. Yes. Let's go. The city turns back into the forest. David says, now you know my origins, how I met my teacher, and how I became a Vester. Jacob says, Looncar. I'm a Looncar. Dave says, hey, are you even listening to me? Jacob says, just exactly what does that mean? Human dormant state? What is that? David says, I'm trying to tell you my origins. Stop ignoring me. Jacob closes his eyes. In his head, a voice says, you are a Looncar. Don't let a Vester talk to you like that. Do as you're destined to and silence him. Be a Looncar, you insult. His eyes shoot up and glowing red, and he screams. The thunder roars. A Darponi says, do you feel that? Another Darponi smiles and says, King Thunderstorm. Jacob faces David and says, shut up, Vester. Dave says, hey now, I go by what my master wanted. He wanted Vesters and Looncars to be friends, and look, we are friends. It is possible. Jacob says, allow me to show you something. The forest turns back into that room. The students are practicing their magic. The old man is watching them. Dave says, I know that night. It's night that I had to stay home because my magic was acting up. A hole blows open in the wall. The old man says, what? A guy smiles and says, hello, Vesters. The guy's eyes go into an insane look, and he says, want to play? The old man says, God, no, please. The guy laughs and says, kill them! David watches the bloodbath and the death of his master by the Loon'cars. The room turns back into the forest. Jacob says, do you still want to be friends with the kind that killed your master and almost wiped out your entire kind? Dave says, you're not them. You're different. Stop this, Jacob. Jacob says, you're right. I am different. The storm stops and clears up. Jacob says, and we are friends. He walks up to David and puts his hand on David's shoulder and smiles and says, and together we'll write a new road for our kind. A road of peace and coexisting. Now come on, we got a planet to save. David smiles and says, right. The girl says, you ain't leaving without me. A voice says, or us. Jacob says, huh? His eyes go wide. The main six, in a human form, walk towards him, along with Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, also in a human form. Jacob says, Mother? End of chapter 4.